What do you draw me? Oh no, that's disgusting. That kills off both. We don't get to do as much damage as I might have liked to have done. So we don't get to like go face or do anything here. But we still killed off his board. Lost basically nothing for it. I think that this matchup actually isn't that bad for me. If we get rid of Corvus, and we can draw something cheap on this side, and get to Kurtrus to help me wipe the board, that could be really good. Razor Boar into Razorfen Beastmaster into hopefully something else is honestly just the perfect curve. Being able to do that into the other thing. And the best part about it is, if this dies and pulls out this, then I can Hero Power and play Mana Feeder Panthera to draw a card, and I don't even have to choose what I want to play. Now, hopefully we end up drawing another Deathrattle minion that we can summon off of the Razorfen Beastmaster, but if we don't, it's not the end of the world. 2 mana for the sword, probably. Luckily, if it's Oh My Yogg, there aren't that many spells to counter. Really just, Skull of Gul'dan and a couple of other cheap little ones. Like, I can bait it out with the Illidari studies. But now that I look at it, it's literally, I've got 4 spells in the entire deck. So Oh My Yogg really won't do too much here. Oh My Yogg really won't do too much. It will potentially hurt Skull of Gul'dan, but if I save everything up correctly, it shouldn't actually end up mattering that much. Let's draw a card. Kill that. Hit face. Reckoning kills the 3/2. But that's actually not that big of a deal because it pulls out my 3/3, sets up for Kurtrus, and then we have these that we can play the following turns, and then eventually we'll play this, and we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the Talon Deathrattle minions in my deck. So most likely, this will still end up popping off. We can play around Oh My Yogg basically this entire game. Do I want to play Kurtrus is the question. Kurtrus would kill this off, would keep me with pressure on the board, and pressure on the board against a paladin is the #1 thing. So I'm going to do it. He takes no damage, keep going face, and pass, and then eventually we can maybe like trade this in, get this, trade that into something, and then we have Talon as well at some point, which can all be very, very, very helpful. Okay, pumps that up a little bit. No biggie. No big deal. So I'm assuming one of them's Oh My Yogg. One of them's got to be like... Heck if I know. Avenge, maybe? Let's kill it off with my Hero Power, see what it is. Does not appear to be Avenge. So what we're going to do is we're going to play this, then slap this into the 3/3. It dies. Doesn't trigger Reckoning, but we do know that the other card in here is Reckoning. It's Galloping Savior, Oh My Yogg, and Reckoning. So then we'll hit with this to trigger the Deathrattle, pull out one of these two, ideally the Rush minion, and then we'll just go face with these two. And we've had board control this entire game, and I think it should end up being enough to win. You know, it's not actually bad that this got pulled out, because we can actually utilize the Rush of this a little bit better now, which is fine. And for those of you who are wondering, this is one of those rare streams where I'm not streaming. One of the rare videos where I'm not streaming. It is just a video, you and me, getting a little cozy together. For those of you who aren't able to watch the live streams, this is something that you're not missing out on. Which is pretty cool, actually. Or at least I think so. That's annoying. Illidari Inquisitor. I mean, we should be able to just finish the game off soon, right? We play this, we Hero Power, we can kill off one thing. Kill off 2 things. We just go face with the rest, right? How much damage do I have? 9 showing. I think we can afford to trade in a little bit here, right? 3/4 doesn't end up dying, does some damage. Like, what's he gonna play next turn? The hammer? The hammer could actually be kind of problematic. I feel like if we just go face here, it would be best. I mean, it could be Blessing of Authority, but it's not like he's able to do too much off of it. I think we just kill off one of these. And we have a lot of damage showing next turn. We should probably be able to finish him off. If not by next turn, by turn 9 with the Illidari Inquisitor. Just looking for a spell. I don't think he's going to be able to find anything. And off of that, I think we beat a Paladin. Which, the person who sent me this on Twitter said it actually does well at beating Paladin. Which I thought was pretty interesting. Holy Light, sadly, does actually keep him alive for a little bit longer. We don't have the damage to kill. We hit, get some 1/1s. Now, I think that the answer is not necessarily to play Talon, but to play the Darkspear Berserker because it has more stats. Kill this, go face with these. Just because I think the more stats on the board is more important right now. And now, I don't really know what he does to survive. I could have maybe finished him off that turn if he had not gotten the Holy Light, but it only really bought him one turn, and at the end of the day, I think he's still going to end up losing.
We'll fight back these brutes.
Okay, drew himself a minion. Murgan McGurgle. Hand of a Doll. He's trying to draw something, but he's at 0 mana. I think that's a well played, and he just concedes there. That makes sense. Pretty good game 1 with this deck. I think it actually has some pretty decent potential. And let's see what happens in the next game. Interestingly enough, I like this hand. Guaranteed ways of activating Razorfen on 2 4-cost minions. And if I coin this out turn 3, it's going to be very, very good. Or turn 2, it's going to be very good. My only hope is that it doesn't accidentally pull out Death's Head Cultist. We have a 1/3 chance of being screwed over. So hopefully, it doesn't happen. We'll just play Wandmaker. I lied. We drew a 2-drop. We drew like only 2 drops, so it's fine. Oh, Throglaive is actually very good against Rogue. To be quite honest with you. Then we go Razorfen. Then we'll see where that goes. We play Razorfen now. Hope it doesn't die. Actually, we do want it to die. We just hope it doesn't pull out the Death's Head Cultist, basically.
I'm looking for a few good mercenaries.
Okay. Just looking for a few good mercenaries. Nothing strange there. So I think that my plan here actually is to just play this. No, my plan is to hit here. Don't pull the cultist. Don't pull the cultist. Why would you pull the cultist? Why? I had such a good... It's okay. You know what? It's actually not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal at the end of the day. Because ultimately, all that ends up doing is... Poisonous. I'm going to copy. Oh, balls. Basically, all that ends up doing is... allowing me to get use out of the rush minion later. So we'll hit that. We'll take a good chunk of damage. I'll hit this, and I'll take a good chunk of damage. I don't know why I didn't Illidari first, because then I could have just gone with Kurtrus, apparently, and gone bonk bonk. And then hero power. No, I wouldn't be able to kill anything with hero power, to be fair, though. I think Kurtrus is still my best option. We'll just go face and pass. We'll play him eventually. We'll play him probably like next turn or something. He'll just be able to kill off the small minions that rogues oftentimes play. While also allowing me to like generate a board. It's not bad. I definitely should have played that in a different order though. Okay, so we go boom, coin, Kurtrus just to kill it, and then hit him in the face for 4. And now we just need to constantly apply pressure. We have a 5-7 on the board that's hard for a rogue to deal with. We got a 2-1 and a 3-4. He's probably got prize plunders. He's probably going to be able to kill me. However, hopefully he's not able to kill me. Brain freeze slows me down a little bit. So far that's 2 cards, 3 cards. Here comes a 4th, and then prize plunder my 3/4.
No one crosses the uncrowned.
The last card that I played was a Cartress. Oh no. Wait, hopefully that's it. Hopefully that's all he does, and then I'm able to just throw glaive and wipe his, just destroy his board, please. No, thank you.
Care to make a wager, friend?
He wants to draw more cards. It's fair enough, I guess. He's looking for a prize plunderer. I'm looking to do as much damage to this guy as possible. Let's go. I'll go throw glaive, renowned performer, kill this, hero power slam face, keep these things on the board, and do everything in my power to kill him over the next 2 turns so that way I don't die. Or instead of a renowned performer, we just play Cartress. Again. Then go bonk bonk. Save renowned performer. This goes face for 3, obviously. This trades here. Because I want to save the throw glaive. Or alternatively, we just try to push as much damage as possible and get him low.
Feel his icy touch.
Yeah, we want to do as much damage as possible. We will then throw glaive and then play this. Okay, so we have a lot of damage. He lost an efficient Octobot. I don't think he can quite kill me this turn, although it's not impossible. Although he did lose a Octobot, which is helpful. He's going to do damage to his own thing, make his entire hand basically free. And then I need to figure out a way to win. Never mind. Okay, thank goodness. Whew. I was going to say, if he got prize plunders and another Shadow Step and he clears my board, I run out of steam there and I lose. I don't really like keeping the Death's Head Cultist a lot of the time. Like, it's a good card. And I guess it curves out nicely. But I also want to be greedy and go for other things. But I think since it curves out, I guess it's fine enough to keep. Skull Gul'dan, okay, well, it's easy enough to play. We can just play it and play Skull Gul'dan turn 6 without too much of a problem. Let's try to draw a minion first, actually. Let's see if we can draw maybe a, where is it? The Razorfen Beastmaster or the Razor Boar. Well, those cards would be pretty good to draw, in my opinion. Overall, a very good card. Actually, both of them would be pretty good. Both of them would be very, very good. So we have Alex Straws now, which means if we reach turn 9, and obviously we should reach turn 9, we will probably be able to play it first because he's going second. You'll use the coin on something. If we make it to turn 9, boom, 8 damage of burst. But I'm not entirely sure. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, we want it to be that way, but if it doesn't happen, we'll figure something else out, or we'll just lose. Both of which are, one of which is not optimal. Losing is not optimal, but figuring out something else, that'll be fine. So our goal here is to draw. Also, I played that out of order. I was supposed to draw first and then play this, but instead I didn't, and I don't think it actually ends up mattering too much because I get to push more damage. I push similar amounts of damage. I got a spell. In theory, I could have potentially played this spell instead of this next turn. It's fine. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I did order incorrectly, so just know that on that turn, it's always better to draw with the weapon first. I just didn't expect to draw Razor Boar, even though I guess there was like a 25% chance or something, and I should have drawn first. 100%. Sword Eater. Okay, kills Ghost Face? No, he kills the 2? You're crazy, man. You're crazy. And then this is 2 attacks, so that'll probably trade in. And if not, we can just Corvus it. It's not that big of a deal. And then Skull Gul'dan at turn 6. Overall, pretty solid play. He could have rush minions to deal with some of this stuff, and that would suck, but it wouldn't be the end of the world, I don't think. Corvus, like I said, is fine. And it's not that big of a deal. Oh. He could play a 6-mana rush minion this turn, though. Which would suck. But this is a kind of awkward position for him to be in. Like, he needs a rush minion, and even if he has one, he can't kill off this. Oh. Crab Rider. Trade Train. Oh? Weird champ, gonna be honest. What do you draw me? Oh no, that's disgusting. That kills off both. We don't get to do as much damage as I might have liked to have done. So we don't get to like go face or do anything here. But we still killed off his board, lost basically nothing for it. We're going to be able to play Skull Gul'dan next turn. He used a rush minion, so all of his rush minions are now a little bit more expensive again. So the tempo is back in our favor. And again, our main goal is to just make it to turn 9, get him low, and try to finish him off with Alexstrasza or an Illidari Inquisitor. That's fine. That shouldn't be bad. Even if it's like a Crab Rider, it's fine. It's actually not that fine, but it's okay. He doesn't play conditioning, which is great. Apparently, because he's hovering a card that we know is a minion, right? So he's either A, doesn't have conditioning, or B, is in a position where he's forced to play this minion rather than conditioning, which is also good. Fishy Flyer, kill, pass. Fine, Skull Gul'dan. Hopefully we can find some other stuff. Give me some good, cheap minions to play. We got one. We got one cheap minion. Let's go. And pass. Overall, it could have been better, but it's fine. Hopefully we can play everything on the right side and play Kurtrus as well. This stupid headset makes my head itch so much. I don't know what it is, but whenever I have this on, my head itches, and I don't know why. If anybody knows why, or has experienced something similar to that in the past, please let me know. I take 5 damage off of that, but that's okay. Still 5 mana from him. It's not that big of a deal for me. We're gonna be able to flood the board. We're good to go. We're golden. And Illidari Studies. Take Star Student. I'll go boom. Hit. Star Student, bounce back, and then just play Renowned Performer and kill that off. Let's see if we can bounce anything important back. I think Overlord is the most important card here. So I'm gonna get rid of Overlord. And then we go bonk, trade, get some taunt minions, go face with this. This deck is very good against board-based matchups is what I found. Because your Deathrattle minions keep summoning you minions, so you never really lose trades. Or even if you lose a trade, you only lose a trade if your hand is bad, essentially, which is cool. So it's for that reason that I actually like this deck. I didn't think that I was going to like this deck with Maiev or Corvus, but turned out to be pretty good. Pretty good. And now all we have to do is make it one more turn and we're fine. If we can make it one more turn, we will win the game. Buh. Smack it. Hero power with lifesteal. Smack. This. Wait. Oops.
Was that right?
I had a miss. I think I had lethal. I could have just gone Kurtrus boom trade, done 5 more damage to his face. But then minus this. No, yeah, I had lethal. I actually did have lethal.
Was that right? My eyes were bad.
But it's okay, because our plan the whole time was to finish him out with Alexstrasza, so it's fine. But no, yeah, I did have lethal. I basically just play Kurtrus, boom, boom, Corvus, hit there. And I have 3/8 damage, and he would have died. Gosh darn it, I can't believe I messed that up. That was such a free lethal. Oh my goodness. In my defense, I am watching the Hype Horizon... I'm watching the Hype Horizon stream right now. With the Thursday Night Throwdown. It's a tournament. If you guys want to participate, I would recommend it. Oh boy. That's not going to be even close to enough to saving him. I just kill him. That's fine, that's fine. We're fine. Well, that was pretty well played. That Kurtrus was absolutely disgusting, and I think it won me the game single-handedly. So, overall, very happy with the way that these games turned out. I think this deck is actually surprisingly decent. I had a slightly different build at the beginning, but since then I have tweaked it and made it better. I've turned it from... Including the tweaking, I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 with this deck. So yeah, 5 and 2 with this deck so far with tweaks makes this deck seem pretty good to me. I would highly recommend it. So this is a deck list that was sent to me by a viewer, and I did make a couple of tweaks to this deck. I added Alexstrasza for late game and Philosophy to give you another Illidari Inquisitor, again for late game. And actually combo with Corvus a little bit better, because Corvus is a card that whenever you play an Outcast card will return to your hand. So actually, if you don't want to run Alexstrasza because it does kind of disrupt your Talon synergy with the Illidari Inquisitor, you can take out this and put in another Philosophy if you want, except Alexstrasza is free because she's in the classic set, which is why I threw her in here. Anywho, I think that this deck is actually really good. People were making fun of me for using 2 Felsteel Executioners, but the damage that this can do is insane, and you're almost always going to corrupt it. Look at all the 4-cost cards you have in here, and all of them are really good. Darkspear Berserker, Kurtrus usually is good as well on curve. Maiev is fine to get rid of taunt minions and stuff like that. Renowned Performer, Talon, and Skull of Gul'dan. Worst case scenario, you're corrupting it by Skull of Gul'dan. You play it turn 7 or 8. Or you play it turn 7 after Skull of Gul'dan, and it sets up into Illidari Inquisitor really, really, really well. So there are really very few bad times to play the card. You're very consistently corrupting it, and it does a ton of damage. And it has won me games already. So hopefully you guys try this deck out. I'm 5 and 2 with it right now after I made some changes to the deck by putting in the Philosophy and Alexstrasza for extra late game closing power. But again, you could take out Alexstrasza if you want. She's just really, really, really strong. And yeah, that's about it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Mulligans are Tusk Piercer, Razorboar, Wandmaker, Mancrick, Razorfen, Beastmaster, and potentially Deathset Cultist if you're into something fast, like, say, a Hunter, perhaps.